Drop in and opt out. I'm Derek J. You're listening to Peace News Now, the best daily 5-minute report on the growing peaceful evolution around the globe. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, 2013. Here's what's happening in the world of peace. Sam Biddle writes for Gizmodo.com. The United States Air Force has done a lot of borderline insane things in its time, but appropriating the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. on MLK Day might take the crazy cake. The government now says King would be proud of our nuclear arsenal. In a short post titled, Insanely, Dr. King's Dream for the Global Strike Team, the Air Force Global Strike Command ignores virtually every single facet of MLK's life, career, ideals, work, beliefs, concerns, thoughts, speeches, and writings. Never mind that King was perhaps the world's greatest icon of nonviolence. Never mind that he spoke out explicitly against nuclear weapons. Never mind any of that. He talked about black people, and there are black people in the Air Force, so pro-nuke MLK, QED. And I quote, Dr. King would be proud to see our global strike team, comprised of airmen, civilians, and contractors from every race, creed, background, and religion, standing side by side, ensuring the most powerful weapons in the U.S. arsenal remain the credible bedrock of our national defense. Our team must overlook our differences to ensure perfection as we maintain and operate our weapon systems. Maintaining our commitment to our global strike team, our families, and our nation is a fitting tribute to Dr. King as we celebrate his legacy. No, he wouldn't be proud. He'd be disgusted, ashamed, and terrified. Maintaining our commitment to our global strike team isn't a fitting tribute to Dr. King. It's an affront to him. This is the opposite of reality. A reality in which Dr. King warned that mankind faces the threat of being plunged into the abyss of nuclear annihilation, wrote of my hatred for the most colossal of all evils, and a militaristic stairway into the hell of nuclear annihilation. To be clear, Air Force, listen to his words. Quote, it is no longer a choice, my friends, between violence and nonviolence. It is either nonviolence or non-existence. And the alternative to disarmament, the alternative to a greater suspension of nuclear tests, may well be a civilization plunged into the abyss of annihilation, and our earthly habitat would be transformed into an inferno that even the mind of Dante could not imagine. An inferno that even the mind of Dante could not imagine. That, Air Force, is what MLK was afraid of, and that is what your existence makes possible. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin is money that cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. Bitcoin takes the power of money from government and returns it properly to the people. By continuing to use the dollar, you are helping the government. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at weusecoins.com. The Ludwig von Mises Institute is the world center of the Austrian School of Economics and libertarian political and social theory. Their website, Mises.org, offers many thousands of hours of audio and video, thousands of free books in the literature section, along with the full run of rare and wonderful journals, biographies, and bibliographies of great economists, an active bookstore with outstanding titles as well as ties and shirts, and a full community with forums, chat, user blogs, and more. The latest from the Mises Institute are the release of unique writings by Murray Rothbard. Rothbard not only forged the theoretical foundations of libertarianism and applied its principles to history, he also demonstrated its vitality and daily relevance by applying its principles to the contemporary world around him through countless journal articles. His longest-running journal, The Libertarian Forum, which he edited from 1969 to 1984, was the intellectual heart of the libertarian movement that took form in that period. Until recently, the entire run of the Libertarian Forum was only available in the form of crude scans. But the Mises Institute has now converted the whole thing into a deluxe EPUB format ebook with clean, machine-readable, and resizable text and a hyperlinked table of contents. Reading this collection is like having a front row seat to the intellectual battles Rothbard joyously waged throughout this period. It also serves as a series of historical yearbooks that cuts through the public school and establishment media lies and gives you the truth about the tumultuous events of this era. With this ebook, every single one of the sparkling essays in this collection will be just a finger tap away on your electronic device. Learn more at Mises.org. That's MISES.org. That's all the time we have for today. Links to these stories can be found in this episode's show notes. Remember to subscribe to PNN on YouTube and iTunes, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. For PeaceNewsNow.com, I'm Derek J. Peace.